feel like there was one song that was like playing a lot in the trailer that.
Are you gonna say Chapel Rowan?
No, but that was good. Yeah.
Like Pink Pony Club was playing a lot in the trailer.
I mean, that's a good song.
I love if you make me a playlist of
Just Pink. Only
Pink
listen
Pony.
to this
Yeah.
once.
It made me feel joy, it made me feel really sad. It was like a whole spectrum of emotions. Congratulations on Charlie Harper and
Thank
a big
you.
welcome to TIFF 50.
Thank you very much. I know, TIFF. Yeah.
Is that a thing?
I guess so.
Do you think the Swifties are going to be mad? Because it kind of feels like we're
coming into their
Yeah,
territory.
Coming into
little
the
bit.
territory, yeah.
I don't know. You don't want to mess with the Swifties.
No,
but
no.
hey, you know what? She's been here before for TIFF, so I think she'd be fine. TIFF. I like it. How is your TIFF festival going so far? I got to connect with this guy yesterday, but how's it so far?
Oh my God, it's been so fun. I mean, we just came from holding puppies, so it doesn't really get better than that.
That was the highlight, I think.
I know, I
top
felt
the
like
puppies.
a kid at Christmas. I like wanted to look back at pictures and be like, oh, that's a great picture, but it's literally just me being like, in every single picture. No, I'm so excited to be here. I did 3 seasons of a show in Toronto and I haven't been back since, and I've never been to TIFF, so I'm so excited to be here, especially with Charlie Harper.
Yeah, what makes this movie so special to be at this festival?
I mean, this film is so special to me and to all of us, and I'd never been attached to a film for so long, and it took a while for us to get it going, and then when we were finally filming, it just felt so special, and I wholeheartedly relate to Harper as a character, and to the film. I've like been through breakups where I've not hated someone, and I've like grown a lot, and I've learned from them, and I've been grateful for what they taught me about myself, and about what I want, what I don't want. And so I feel like I am so happy that this film is being shown to people, because I think everybody will need a Charlie Harper in their life at some point. It's just so nostalgic, and it will make you laugh, cry, feel all the feels.
Feel
in the
all the
best
feels.
ways.
Guys, you're here at Etalk.
Hi.
TIFF 50, world premiere is happening. How do you feel now that it's out in the world and you've gotten the chance to experience it with an audience?
Feel really good.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, we're really excited. It's like every movie, really, right? Like it's this thing in your head, and then it's this thing on paper, and then it's this thing you're making, it's this thing you're editing, and then it's just sitting there, and then to finally be at the point where other people get to see it is like surreal, and we're super excited.
It really, I wasn't expecting it to get me so here, but I think that's the thing, is it's so real.
Yeah.
You can relate to all of it.
Totally.
Absolutely.
There's some really beautiful scenes and there's some really intense, like gut-wrenching ones. As actors, which did you enjoy playing off of each other more? The intense ones or the more sweet, romantic ones?
I think I like the sweet romantic ones. Yeah.
Somehow that
They're
doesn't
both
surprise me
fun,
that
but
that's your answer.
Yes, I think the sweet romantic ones. There was the sequence we shot a whole sequence in a bathtub that was really fun that we got to do, like jumping in and out of the bath and in this slow-mo video, and we also had some downtime in between. We got to shoot some B-roll and go around New Orleans and mess around with like a Digicam and an 8mm camera, and but I would, sweet over intense, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Yeah.
Also, it just happened to be that like most of the really intense scenes were like night shoots, so it was just 4 a.m. and we were just shouting at each other, and it just was such an out-of-body experience. Whereas like all the kind of romantic scenes were like in the sun, outside, or in the day, and it was it was fun. I mean, both were fun though. Nick's such an amazing scene partner, so you made both fun.
Well, same with you. I mean, I think, after the intense scene, I think they had someone come in with some sage to sage the house.
Very important and good for everyone's overall well-being.
100%.
Yes,
The bats.
There are so many times you watch a movie in post-production, so many times you think about it and what it's going to be like in production and pre-production, that you start to not feel it anymore, like, because you've just had to watch it so many times. So it was really special yesterday to be with that TIFF audience that just loves movies and they just want to experience something. And because of them and because of their reactions to the movie, I was able to just sort of watch it for the first time in a very long time. So that was really special to get that experience with an audience that just wanted to watch a movie with us.
I love that. I feel like the two of you probably had this kind of moment. You were like, oh.
I thought I would be anxious.
Happening.
Yeah, no, I thought I would be anxious. I don't know about you, but like I kind of forgot about that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And I think the audience is a big part of that.
It was really fun to watch because I was trying to keep track of how many times you did and how many vibes there were, and then I kept thinking, I wonder what's more fun, jumping into the scene or being the one that gets splashed every time? And I feel like you had the more fun job jumping in, and then you just kind of had to take it every time.
Yeah, there was one take where Mac and Tom were like, Nick, could you just like create a bigger splash? And then I literally just like almost drowned. Just straight under, swallowing all the water.
Listen, when Tom and Max say jump, you say how high.
Yeah, exactly.
What's their dynamic like on set? I've had a chance to talk to them, and they're such sweet guys.
I feel like they were kind of sharing a brain on some level, and they had been working on this film for years and had they had kind of thought through all the different aspects of it. By the time we got to set, like it was locked in and everybody knew sort of what was going on. I feel like they both, like Mac was like the, he was, I forget what we were like sort of like the hammer and the scalpel, something like that, where it's like Tom was like coming in and doing like, zhuzhing delicate touch.
Nuanced notes.
Yes, and then Mac was like the engine that was driving things forward. And they were both great. They're also sitting right over here.
Yeah, super not awkward at all. So tell me, what were they really like?
No, they're honestly the best. Yeah, also it's like, as an actor, you have to put all of your trust into a director, and it was just so nice that we had four sets of eyes.
Yeah.
But, it's like, no matter what, I felt so in the palm of their hands, because I felt like there was no way either of them were going to miss a tiny little anything in any of the scenes. And as you said, they just know the characters inside out, and they've been through that. Some of the script is drawing from experience, and so I just felt so grateful to have them lead us through the film.
I mean, to do this, you needed two really, really stellar actors.
Yeah.
And I feel like you guys landed.
Yeah, we got him.
You did good with Emilia and Nick. What surprised you the most, though, about what they brought to the table? Because even before this, their work has spoken for themselves. But it feels really intimate, and the chemistry was beautiful to watch.
Yeah, I think it's like, what surprised, this is our first time making a feature film, and I think you can't possibly understand like the responsibility that comes with actors being at the top of a call sheet, and just like that role of leadership that actors have on a set. And they were so invested, and they were so giving, and they were so vulnerable that I think not just us, but like the whole crew we were just watching what they were doing every day, and everyone was kind of showing up to work being like, we got to make sure that we're on it for these two, because they're giving us so much. And they were like, I always say it's like they were made in a lab for early, like, first-time directors, because they were just so like gracious to us.
Yeah, you guys are screwed moving forward. Like, the bar has been set very high.
No, let's keep using them over and over again.
Let's see what kind of range they've got. Let's go.
Yeah, you don't think about it like Tom just said, as first-time filmmakers, like, you're thinking about so much about what they're going to put on camera, and that's obviously the most important part. But there's equal weight to who do you want to like creatively be together with in these like really like intense period of your life, for however many months you're in pre-production and production, and to get as good of people on top of as good of actors. That for me was like the most surprising thing, where I was very sad to go home and stop shooting with them, because we could have kept doing it, because they're just fun to work with.
Well, listen, people love a sequel. Music is such an important part of this, and there's of course CDs that get burned and shared, and there's a Brenda Lee song, and I love that there's a CD with only one song. So if you had to make each other a one-track playlist, what song would you put on it?
One song?
Yeah, one-track playlist, no pressure.
Oh man, that's tough. But I mean, I guess if I was making it for you, I would say. I feel like there was one song that was like playing a lot in the trailer that.
Are you gonna say Chapel Rowan?
No, but that was good. Yeah.
Like Pink Pony Club was playing a lot in the trailer.
I mean, that's a good song.
I love if you make me a playlist of
just Pink, only
Pink
listen
Pony.
to this once. Yeah. Yeah, Pink Pony Club or Into My Arms by Nick Cave, maybe. I feel like that's one of the most romantic songs ever written.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, that's so hard to follow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I was going to say Brandy.
Yeah, Brandy.
So hard. I feel like. What was the song that when we were so Nick and I right before filming, when we were like in our bonding time, we were rapping in your apartment. Remember, what were you rapping? What was the song?
I think it was the I think it might have been the 10 Crack Commandments by Biggie.
I would just put that on your
Okay,
playlist.
perfect.
Because
Two
honestly,
very
it
different CDs.
was the best thing I've ever seen.
Amazing. I would like both of those CDs, please.
Yeah.
And please one day put out a video of that interaction. That would be
honestly.
so great.
Yes.
We are in the
Harper,
era
Charlie.
of sequels, so
Yeah.
I support this. I will sign the petition. I want to see more. And I love that the two of you have worked together before. You worked on a short, and now you're here with this. How has your creative love language changed over the course of one project to the
Well,
next?
I'm glad you used the word love. No, because like sometimes I'm watching Charlie Harper, I was like, it's kind of the conversations Tom and I have.
Yeah.
I don't know the way they evolved. Like I can say, I don't know if it, I think it evolved because we were friends and singular filmmakers before we were co-directors. So I've always been a fan of Tom Dean, and so this is just like a different extension of getting to show that fandom. It's like getting to like work with his script.
Yeah.
So like now, I always looked at myself as a director, but I want to find a way to like produce something that Tom has written. Like I don't have to direct it anymore necessarily, just because I want to like continue to make things that he writes. And so like for me, I guess like the only evolution of the relationship is like just more admiration for watching his work ethic and the way that he attacks a script. It's the same thing in production.
That's so beautiful.
It is like
Your
it is.
turn.
It is like it really is. It's like it's such an intense and rich relationship that you have when you're co-directing something, and it's like every relationship, it has to be like grounded in your ability to be vulnerable, your ability to trust someone deeply, so that if you have an idea and they're like, I don't know, that you don't recoil and like get defensive. It's like, oh no, why not? And it's I think it stems from that admiration that we just both admire each other, and we're very different, but those qualities that Mac has that I don't have access to, I am so grateful for.
Okay, well, since you guys are good friends, good business partners, you're gonna burn a CD for each other. You can only put one song on the CD, like we see in Charlie Harper. What's the song?
It's a Neil Diamond song.
Okay.
Mine's a Beatles song.
So like Tom and I are very different people in terms of like the movies that we grew up admiring, and I guess just like who we are as people. Like Nick and Emilia, like I think they went to us for different things, maybe.
Yeah.
But like that also extends to music as well. Like I grew up like a hip hop head, and then like ended up like finding other music along the way. But like, if there's like one thing I'm embarrassed of musically that I don't really know much about, it's the Beatles. Like I'm aware there's a group, and I'm
well,
aware
that's
of some of the songs, but like you love the Beatles, and I just like have never had that entry point.
I have an Abbey
I would
Road
wanna know
record in my bedroom that I keep meaning to hand to you for your birthday, like 7 months ago.
So like in the movie, there's this like thing that happens with Kenny Rogers. It's an inside joke between Charlie and Harper, and like I love Kenny Rogers, but like that conversation, that inside joke stemmed from this thing where Tom and I like had a debate about Neil Diamond, because I love Neil Diamond, and I had to make him a mix to prove that Neil is a great songwriter, and I
was convinced. I got to the end of the mix and I was like, I concede.
Oh, good job. You must have been like,
Well, that's what like co-directing is, though, is like having to admit like when the other has something better going on or whatever, and like so like it's always just a ping pong back and forth with that sort of that dynamic. dynamic.
Well, this is a very dynamic duo. Congratulations
Thank you
on
so
Charlie
much.
Harper. I can't wait to see what happens next. You know, for anyone who hasn't had the chance to see this beautiful story, what's it all about?
It's about two characters, Charlie and Harper, who Charlie's this kind of like listless intellectual. Harper is this very ambitious budding chef, and they fall in love, and it's like those qualities about each other that they really fall in love with, right? It's his listlessness and her ambition. And they begin this beautiful relationship together, but they're in their young 20s, and they're both changing and evolving and getting stuck or moving forward in ways that, you know, when you're in your young 20s, like you're changing so much, and there can emerge all of this tension when you're trying to change in harmony with another person. And yeah, the movie starts to kind of investigate the tension between those two. And slowly over time, those things that they fell in love with become the things that they end up kind of using as evidence for the source of problems that emerge. Yeah. And yeah, the movie's kind of investigating all of that.
It's so hard to watch sometimes because it's so real. Talk to me about the decision to tell in an almost non-linear fashion, where the memories start to be blurred and you're not exactly sure what the truth is based on who's telling it.
You can talk about that one, yeah. So much of it is from, it was always like that initially from the writing stage,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, it was sort of like, we got into, like pretty early on, into this idea where it's like these two people are telling the story of their relationship, and they're telling it the way that people tell stories, which is suddenly you get to a point in the story where it's like, oh, I guess, well, like in order to understand this, we got to go back to that. And so there's in the same way that I think we hearing stories are able to follow people telling them out of order, despite the fact that we're bopping around in time as much as we are, it kind of happens in an organic way. Mm-hmm. But so yeah, it's ultimately about memory and like nostalgia, and what is the purpose of nostalgia, and so that's kind of like seeped into the whole narrative, and so I think it happens in an organic way.
Yeah, there's this like thing about first loves that's so interesting, where no matter how they ended up, whether they end up in a breakup or in marriage, everyone looks back on that first love with some sort of fondness. Yeah. And there's some sort of importance to it because of how it grew you as a person. It's the first time you like can be so vulnerable and intimate with somebody that it just seems ripe to talk about, especially for these characters to sort of go over the course of how they met and how they fell in love. Even if it's in hindsight, you're still looking back on it so fondly.
Yeah, this is your first time here. You were here for the first time 10 years ago. Yep. With another movie that had Charlie in the title.
Yes, also playing a character named Charlie.
Charlie Harper. How special is this full circle moment for you?
It's great. It's crazy it's been 10 years. Yeah. But yeah, 10 years apart, both playing Charlie. I don't know what the meaning is exactly, but it's a full circle moment.
And speaking of Charlie's, right after you walked the carpet, Charlie XCX walked the carpet for her project. Did you get to meet her?
Yeah, I didn't meet her that night, but we've met before, and yeah, great. Yeah. Brat Summer.
Brad Summer's Brat actor's so good. And lastly, I just want to touch on some amazing upcoming projects that you both have. Did you shoot something in Alberta, The Abandoned?
I did, yeah.
How great was that?
It was great. I mean, we were, that was a fun project. I've always wanted to do a Western, and we were out in the Rocky Mountains on horseback, bar fights, getting in, like shootouts, and it was so much fun. Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't wait. And then The Running Man. I mean, you've got so much going on, but The Running Man, I don't know what it is. Is it like Hunger Games-esque, Squid Games-esque? But it got me thinking, because the cast is so stacked, which of your castmates from that project do you think would survive that type of experience?
Oh, it's such a good question. I definitely wouldn't. Glenn, for sure,
yeah, Glenn Powers.
would. I've just never met a harder working person, and no matter what is thrown at him, he like never complains he's tired. He's just always like, yeah, so happy to be here, I'm good to go. And so I just think no matter what was thrown at him during the game, he would be like, yeah, I've got it, I'm good.
I would like to watch the game, not be a part of it.
Yes, yeah, no. I mean, honestly, it was such a fun shoot.
Yeah.
There were just, so many stunts and the explosions, and Edgar Wright is amazing and Glenn's amazing, and so I had such a good time. It was really, really fun.
Well, looking forward to both those. In the meantime, soak up all the festival magic, go see some more puppies, and enjoy the ride.
Please.
Yeah. I'm sorry, there's no dogs here.
No, we've had a great chat. We've had a great chat.
Great.
It was the perfect way to follow the
Thank
puppies.
you so much.